Alright, I'm back now. From the last video, a lot has happened. Which, if you looked at the time, and all the time since the last video was recorded, I've been dealing with bullshit. I'm telling you, it's crashed every video. So, every video since video 5. Now, what I did was I put a multi-res, set it up to 6, which cranked the verts up to something astronomical, 1875969. So that is 1,875,969 vertices. Now a slug is being built up out of. A slug is not something you would normally have being that high poly. Actually, there's no reason in the world anything ever has to be that high poly. But anyways, by duplicating this object and then applying the multi-res and then applying the displace, I was able to bake a couple of maps. Now, it's important that you do duplicate the object, because by duplicating it, you're able to bake the modified version with all the bumps back to the original, thus allowing me to bake the normal map, which we can see here, and also for texturing purposes bake this map. And this map right here is important for our color map. So let's go ahead and load up GIMP real calmly. No sudden movements, and it won't crash. Just stop breathing. And also I had to switch headsets since my main one died. This one definitely fucking sucks. So on desktop under Slug, we're gonna load up the color R1. We haven't seen this one in a while. And we're gonna open as a layer cavity. And it's important to stick to the same same size for all your maps. All my maps are 2048 by 2048. Always by the power of 2, of course. 256, 512, 1024, 2048, 4096, and so on. So for this, I think what I want to try is, well, first, of course, duplicate it, then colors, well, let's go ahead and magic mask that. Alright, so I just want to make sure when I invert it, it's not gonna do anything I don't want. So we invert, and so now we have the bases white. So if we go into curves, or even better, go under levels, where we can specify what it is that we are after here. Alright, and I can't tell you exactly what I'm after, I just know when I see it. Like that. Alright, and we're gonna make a new layer. Just make this, dark brown. New layer, foreground color. And use this for color. Alright, and merge it down. Use multiply. And we're just trying to make some special adjustments here, which I'm not liking the way this is looking in particular, but we can easily get different results by tweaking the curves. That's what it looks like now. That's what it looks like with our additions. It doesn't need to be multiply. Maybe we should just desaturate it. But if we do that, then we have some unpredictable results. So let's see. What is it we're trying to go for here? We can just change this single one to multiply. See what combinations we get here. Try multiply. Let's see what different options we have here switching through our blending modes. That one's also a rather interesting look. But about there, we see something more along the lines of what I'm trying to get. So if we file, export, we call this R2, let that go, jump into Blender, and we'll bring up, let's see, color. And it's just as easy as going in here and choosing color R2 and rendering it out. Let's see, we're losing a little bit of our color variance here. And plus there's a little bit more that we want to do with this. Like, look at a picture, he kind of had like a bottom part that was slimier looking. And so we're going to want to emulate that and probably throw out that map here. In addition to that, he's a slug, I guess. Because if he was a snail, he'd have a shell. And let's see what we can do with the rig now. Oh yeah, over here we need to enable armature. And let's see what we got now. God damn it. Alright, where is that? That's from the original texture. And now, if we render it, we have our slug looking sluggish. And let's see, so where are we going to go from here? What's the next thing we should do? Should we start sculpting it? Should we see what it looks like with its enhanced normals? Let's go ahead and do that real quick. So the normals were baked from the multi-res that I was telling you about, that I baked. So once you make the displacement, you can use it kind of like a normal map, except it's not really supposed to be used that way. Or you can just put a multi-res and then use it displaced and then bake from one object to another, which is my favorite way. Let's see. Go under image sampling. Check normal map, and now if we render, so the normal map has definitely had a lot to it. I was actually going to wait on applying it. Let's see, it looks a little strong too, so we'll divide that by 2. And a normal map does bring out the characteristics that I was trying to put into normal, meaning the color map. I wanted it to be a little brown around the edges with it being white around the top, but it looks like we are on our way. So what else does a slug need? If we Alt-G, Alt-R, we can shift, or let's see. The next thing we probably want to do here is build a little scene form, like a leaf or something. So, one moment, and we'll be doing that in the next video.